Welcome to Mahabharata, Echoes of Eternity. Today, we explore the fateful beginning of a game that would alter the course of the Kuru dynasty. Known as the Game of Dice, this encounter between the Pandavas and the Kauravas is more than a mere contest. It's a carefully woven trap, orchestrated by the cunning Shakuni to ensnare Yudhishthira. Through the dice game, Shakuni seeks not only to humiliate the Pandavas but to strike at the very heart of their unity. This tale marks a turning point in the Mahabharata, one that leads us deeper into the shadow of conflict and betrayal. Shakuni, the brother of Gandhari and uncle of Duryodhana, harbors a deep-seated hatred for the Pandavas. Having witnessed the Pandavas' rise to power and Yudhishthira's growing influence, Shakuni's resentment festers. He sees Yudhishthira's success as a direct threat to Duryodhana's ambitions, and he's determined to tear down the Pandavas by any means necessary. Knowing Yudhishthira's commitment to Dharma, Shakuni devises a plot to use Yudhishthira's virtues against him. He decides on a game of dice, a game that appeals to Yudhishthira's honor and sense of fairness, yet one that can be easily manipulated. Shakuni's plan hinges on the knowledge that Yudhishthira is known for his honesty and nobility, but also for his unfortunate weakness for gambling. Shakuni believes that with his skillful dice play and manipulation, he can lead Yudhishthira into a trap from which there will be no escape. Shakuni puts his plan into action. He persuades Duryodhana to convince his father, King Dhritarashtra, to invite Yudhishthira to Hastinapura for a friendly game of dice. Duryodhana approaches his father, presenting the idea as a harmless social gathering to strengthen ties with the Pandavas. Dhritarashtra, though hesitant, agrees, trusting his sons and nephews to maintain civility. He sends a royal invitation to Yudhishthira, requesting him to come to Hastinapura and participate in the game. The invitation is formal and courteous, and Yudhishthira, who respects his elders, feels compelled to accept. Though his intuition warns him of potential danger, Yudhishthira's commitment to Dharma and hospitality makes him agree. He decides to attend, bringing his brothers along, unaware of the treachery that awaits. As Yudhishthira arrives in Hastinapura with his brothers, they are greeted with respect and ceremony. The grand hall is prepared for the game, with luxurious arrangements fit for royal guests. But beneath the surface, tension looms, as the stakes of this friendly game are far greater than anyone could imagine. Shakuni, with his trademark smile, welcomes Yudhishthira to the game of dice, presenting himself as a simple, honorable participant. However, his intentions are far from honorable. As they sit down, Shakuni skillfully introduces the idea of betting, carefully urging Yudhishthira to place modest wagers to start. The dice game begins, and with every throw, Shakuni's mastery over the dice becomes apparent. He rolls with ease, winning most rounds. Yudhishthira, however, attributes this to chance, unaware that Shakuni is using loaded dice, designed to fall as he wishes. Shakuni's subtle manipulation of the game and his feigned humility draw Yudhishthira deeper into the contest. As Yudhishthira loses more rounds, his sense of pride is piqued, and Shakuni, noticing this, gradually raises the stakes. Yudhishthira begins to wager more significant items, first his wealth, then his royal possessions, and then his lands. With each loss, the tension in the room rises. Yudhishthira's brothers watch helplessly, bound by loyalty to follow their elder brother's choices. Shakuni, with a glint of triumph in his eyes, continues to win effortlessly. He pretends to offer Yudhishthira a chance to withdraw, but his tone and manner only provoke Yudhishthira to continue, pushing him deeper into a cycle of loss and despair. Driven by the desire to regain what he has lost, Yudhishthira finally makes a tragic choice. With his kingdom, wealth, and even his brothers now lost, he places one last wager, his wife, Draupadi. His own sense of honor and adherence to the rules of the game blind him to the consequences of this decision, and he throws the dice in a final, desperate bid to win. But as expected, Shakuni triumphs once more, sealing Yudhishthira's fate and plunging the Pandavas into disgrace and bondage. The Pandavas' defeat is complete, and they are now indebted to the Kauravas, with no possessions, no kingdom, and their dignity shattered. The game of dice is far more than a contest of chance. It's a calculated scheme that preys on Yudhishthira's virtues, using his honor as a weapon against him. Shakuni's cunning and Duryodhana's ambition have set the stage for a tragedy that will reverberate throughout the Kuru dynasty. This episode serves as a grim reminder of the dangers of unchecked pride, manipulation, and the delicate balance of Dharma. Yudhishthira's choices, though driven by honor, have led to devastating consequences that will unfold in the chapters yet to come. Join us in our next episode, as we witness the fallout of the dice game and the beginnings of a conflict that will change the fate of Bharat forever. Thank you for listening to Mahabharata, Echoes of Eternity. Until next time.